Is your client constantly texting you? Let's talk about setting boundaries and managing that client relationship all the way from the beginning so it is smooth, like this glass of Chardonnay. That's not Chardonnay.
No.
I don't know what it is. Hi, I'm Sandra Funk, interior design entrepreneur turned business strategist. You can find me helping designers confidently run their businesses and stand in their space. I created Design Zips to give you access to my proven methods so you can transform your business too. If you're looking to take control over your business for a life full of balance, abundance, and joy, you've come to the right place. All right, I have a question from a designer. How do I get clients to understand boundaries without sounding rude? I get text at off hours and all throughout the day. All right, you guys, I have thoughts, and it might be a bit unconventional. Unconventional? I swear I haven't had any wine yet. Let's do this. Cheers. That's a lie. I have. Okay. Let's go. All right. Setting boundaries without sounding rude. You guys, this is one of my favorite topics to talk about. So it's all about saying the boundary before the behavior begins. So how do we do this? We make sure that we include this conversation around boundaries all the way back at the beginning when that client is just a wee little potential client baby swinging in your arms and you're like thinking everything is just going to be so rosy and it's all going to be amazing and they're going to be incredible and it's all going to be happy, happy, joy, joy. But we all know the truth is that all clients are human and all humans have faults. And they're not even faults, they're just missteps because they have no idea if that's inappropriate or appropriate unless you tell them. So, the way to handle boundaries without sounding rude is to incorporate them into your potential client process before the client even has a chance to make a misstep, right? So, in my potential client presentation, I walk my clients through how many rounds of revisions, what the communication style is, whatever is important to you, put it in your potential client presentation. Don't have a potential client presentation? Create one. So in this, you could include office hours. You could include communication preferences. You could include, I don't know, just any expectation or boundary that you're having with your current clients. Go ahead and put that into the next conversation you have. And a great way for it not to seem rude is to tell a story. So you might say, for instance, I worked with this incredible, amazing lady who I just loved and I still stay in touch with, but she had this habit of rolling over every single morning and calling me at 7 a.m. And you know what? She had my cell phone number because she either knew it previously because we were acquaintances, or she got it off the neighborhood list, or I gave it to her because I was meeting her at a stone yard one time. Whatever the case may be, we need a way to make sure to understand that cell phones are off limits, right? The way to communicate with me is through my office phone number, through my email address, or through a meeting that is scheduled. And you just tell a little story. And it is more memorable if it's a story. And you never tell a story where you are bashing a past client. This lady that I worked with, I love her. She was amazing, but she had this habit of calling me 7 a.m. every single day on my cell phone. I now know that I need to tell that story so that I am letting clients know outside of business hours on my personal cell phone doesn't work for me. But here's what does work for me, right? So never in a bashing way, never get like super negative Nancy on it, but just tell a story and then tell the outcome and how to do it better. And when we build some of those into the program, it really doesn't come across rude at all. And if they do happen to pick up that phone and call you at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, you can be like, oh my gosh, we are not going there. You're not going to be that little lady that I love and still stay in touch with, right? Just a reminder, let's pick this up Monday morning, 8 a.m. at my office via email, et cetera, whatever works for you. Okay. So that's the big one. So we tell the story, we keep it fun, we do it early before the behavior. We never want to have to come in and be like, hey, I saw that you called me, and that's like a super no-go. We don't want to be negative, right? We want to be positive. But if the behavior does happen, we do need to gently redirect. And so what I'll do with that is I'll just let a client know, like say they text me over the weekend. I'll text back and say, hey, just a reminder, this is my personal cell phone and it's my personal time. We'll pick this conversation back up again 9 a.m. Monday morning at whatever, right? Whatever the appropriate mode of communication is and the appropriate time, just redirect and continue to redirect. So there are going to be text messages or phone calls that are an easy yes or no. Do not fall into the trap of saying, yes, that's a beautiful thing that you found at the antique mall and you should buy it for the house. And let's pick this up on Monday morning. No, you need to just say, hey, this is my personal cell phone, personal time. Let's pick this up on Monday morning. There's nothing so urgent. Now, okay, I just gave an example where maybe it is urgent. If your client says, I'm going to be antiquing this weekend and I'm going to need you to be on speed dial, that's your choice to say yes or no. But don't just make yourself available in the moment accidentally without having a conversation ahead. Make sense? Okay. Another example. I set expectations about sit testing. So right in my potential client presentation, I talk about how all purchasing and execution must go through my firm. And due to the nature of my purchasing power to the trade-only resources that aren't made locally in our current neighborhood, I do not offer sit testing in my process, right? They must trust my booty. Yes, my actual booty, because I go to market and I sit test everything. I check the quality, I check the finishes, I check the bounce, I check the cush, I check the firmness, all the things. This is one educated booty. And I can tell them that's going to sit really soft. That one's pretty deep. That's rather firm. We can talk it through because I sit test on their behalf. So take your educated booty and let your clients know ahead of time, because the worst thing that can happen is you get all the way into a project, all the way down to detailed design. You've been working together for months and months and months now, right? And you put the proposals forward and they say, everything looks amazing. We just want to kick the tires. You can't be finding that out then. You need to know that all the way back in the beginning. So, be thinking that through and build it into the beginning. All right, you guys, we need wine and then we can talk about more things. So let me know. Do you find yourself creating exceptional design work, yet still struggle to run the back end of your business? If so, check out my signature program, the Interior Design Standard, to unlock all the tools needed to transform your design firm. Everything you need to run a profitable business all in one place, from contracts and pricing calculators to templates and scripts. Take the leap and join designers across the world raising the bar for our entire industry by enrolling in the Interior Design Standard. So good. Okay, what if I lose a high-paying client over a boundary I've set? Yeah, what if? Oh, damn. No, so here's the deal. When we set up our business to work best for ourselves, there are going to be clients that fall away. And these should be potential clients because your boundaries should have been set from the very beginning, right? We should set our boundaries before we even get into an agreement, into a project with a client, and we should state them clearly. Communicate. Can't say that enough. So we are going to have clients who don't want to participate with our payment terms, or don't like our flat fee pricing, or don't like that we don't work on weekends. Whatever it is, that's okay. I believe in abundance, and I hope that you do too. There are enough projects out there. There are enough homeowners out there. There are enough amazing potential clients out there that you will find your people that see your boundaries and expectations, acknowledge them, understand them, and want to participate in them, and are willing to, and it works for them. And those that it doesn't work for, go in peace, go in love, have a ball. I'll see you on the flip side, but we are not meant for each other. That's how you find out if you're meant for each other. You express your minimums, your pricing, your boundaries, your expectations, and they say, I self-select in or I self-select out. When we are that clear, that's what it is. It's a client saying, I like you, I jive with you, I love your aesthetic, and I can get on board with how you run your business. When we don't tell them all of that up front, we have no idea. And then things could get rough and turbulent and frictiony and difficult, and you might even get fired, or you might even need to go fire one. But please, by all things, move that conversation to the potential client process and know in advance. And drink wine with that, or tea, or bourbon, or whatever you're drinking. All right, you guys, are your design clients bullying you? Because if that feels like that's what's happening in your world, we gotta dig deep. This next episode is for you. Bring your drink of choice, and I will see you inside.